So there are some very important things taking place for Shiba Inu and the overall crypto market right now. And this is exactly what we've needed to see for us to start making some of these moves back towards the upside. Do we have this in the tank here as we are approaching, obviously, what should be a good month in October? I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell. Again, it's free to do, and we'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So first of all, Shiba Inu has been in this process of basically creating a double bottom confirmation, right? Bottom, bottom. And both of these times we've bounced off this in a very strong way. And we're trying to create this W, right? And we're trying to create this surge to the upside. And SHIB has done a very good job. We're fighting local resistance right now. Again, we've talked about this 50-day moving average. This is where SHIB has really struggled with here in the near term. Obviously back here again, August 24th, back here again, July 16th. Ever since we had the opportunity to extend and move higher, SHIB has struggled to get back above here. So this is kind of that moment where if SHIB breaks this, we're going to be in very good shape. Now, what I will say is really helping us out in a big way is not just BTC's move, BTC making this strong move above our 20-week moving average, trying to set a new high. These are all very good things, but really what's helping Shiba Inu out is the highest day of trading volume in September. In fact, we almost have the highest day over the last month. So we're seeing a lot of activity actually pick up when it comes to Shiba Inu. And the thing that you need to understand is that in order for us to make moves to the upside, we need higher activity. Frankly, a $200 million trading day in terms of Shiba Inu, that's kind of light. All right. We've had days during this market cycle where we've had, frankly, billions, right? For example, that all the way at the beginning of March, you're talking about a day of $16 billion in trading volume. That's the kind of levels that really make us move up. Now, what I will say is before SHIB started making those moves, if you guys see, we had days of 100 million, 250 million. So we're kind of loading up to, again, make a very similar move. Now, this isn't a guarantee. Nobody's saying this is going to happen. And I had somebody ask a question about this, and I think that this is very important for people to know. So this is from Walter Romero. He said, I'm so sick of hearing blank crap coin supply is the lowest it's ever been. There's unprecedented buying and the price drops consistently. This is why people look at us like idiots when we're telling them to buy, because the markets are an absolute joke. How do you explain this to normies without them crapping on you for wasting your time and money? Great question. Appreciate that. And I think what you need to look at is there's a couple different metrics that all work in conjunction with each other, right? So the very first one is SHIB adoption rate. SHIB adoption rate has been very high for a long period of time. And adoption rate is basically what percentage of wallets are making transactions with Shiba Inu for the first time. It's a good gauge on whether you're actually bringing in new holders or not. And this rate stays very consistent around 30% when it comes to Shiba Inu in general. All right. So we're seeing a high percentage of transactions take place for SHIB that are coming from brand new holders. We're seeing the amount of holders actually on the rise. Right now we're at 1.407 million holders. Okay. So this has been continued steps in the right direction, even when there hasn't been much in terms of movement. So we know that there's a lot of new transactions going on with Shiba Inu. We're gaining new holders. And again, this is all taking place while the supply on exchanges is dropping. All right. So the best way to describe this is that we're seeing a consistent demand for Shiba Inu. And basically what we've been trying to work through is this amount of sellers. Okay. There's been more sellers than there are more being sold than there's been being bought, which is the reason why the price has been dropping. Right. But what you're seeing is a consistent level of buying. The buying is not really slowing down per se. The selling is slowing down. So now we're getting to this point where the demand is actually outweighing the supply. All right. And the supply that's available in the market. And what you're seeing is that supply continues to be removed from exchanges. So you have people buying, taking it off exchanges, putting it in cold storage. So there's less available in the market for those that are coming in. But then what happens is price starts to flip around and starts to move. Then you have FOMO set in. You have people chasing price. Price starts to move faster. There's less available upside liquidity. So there's less available SHIB in the market. And that's when you get moves like what you experienced back in March. That's the best way to explain exactly what's taking place right now. Now, what you need to know is that it doesn't always create an instant surge to the upside, right? We saw a similar thing take place back here where SHIB kind of rebounded, right? It did this curve, it did this double bottom, very, very similar, right? And then we bounced back up, we came back down, retested actually the top of our opportunity box before SHIB went full send. Very very similar movement taking place right now. That is what we need to be watching, okay? And there is a moment, again, right out here, where the market tends to, historically speaking, become very positive and start making some great movements, right? Now, we'll say my indicator, guys, it's still showing bullish momentum. Right now, we're looking good, okay? Everything's looking good right now. Now, what I will say is the crypto market moves fast. Things can change in an instant, right? I've seen BTC kind of fluctuate around that mid 63K range. Today is the last day of institutional money for the week. It tends to be kind of a weekday for institutional money, which I'll talk about that more in another video. But if we can get this push into the weekend and have at least a pretty even keel weekend, it's possible this surge continues into the next week, where we really start seeing confirmations of breakouts, where SHIB really has an opportunity to push towards the top of its trend around 4015, 4016. That's kind of our local target for SHIB. And I think there's a huge opportunity for us to take some legs as we get into the latter part of September and into October, which is historically speaking a good time for crypto. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Hopefully that answers that question, but let me know if you guys have more questions. Have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.